Dear Nigerians, PayPal is not the problem. Every few years, we go through this cycle of outrage. Since Paga announced a partnership with PayPal, we are back at it. Accusations of discrimination, bias, or outright hatred. But let's pause. Business, especially financial services, is not about sentiment. It's about compliance and risk appetite. When PayPal limited services in Nigeria and similar markets, they cited fraud risk and regulatory challenges and compliance concerns as reasons. When a country ranks high on corruption, has inconsistent data systems, and struggles with regulatory alignment, financial institutions will act cautiously. In October 2025, Nigeria was removed from the FATF grey list. Following that, Nigeria was removed from the European Union high-risk financial list, and this is thanks to deliberate reforms under this present administration headed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. These aren't just headlines, they are signals. It means Nigeria is slowly being seen again as a credible participant in the global finance space. But that credibility must be sustained. Our data systems are still a mess. From mismatched date of birth to multiple identity frameworks, Nigeria is a compliance nightmare. Even fintech founders know this pain. Constant rejections from payment partners citing that they cannot service businesses in Nigeria. These aren't random, they are not personal also. It's financial service business. Instead of launching a campaign against PayPal and its business decisions, I would rather we use this energy to identify genuine Nigerians who claim PayPal stole from them. How do we gather evidence? Who do we speak to? The CBN? What is the remedial mechanism created by PayPal? The stories are everywhere, from $20 to $7,000. Lost without due diligence. Can we focus on the right fight and the right issues, fight the right fight, and secure justice for the funds that were lost? So while we drag PayPal for discrimination, let's also hold ourselves accountable. Until we fix our data, strengthen compliance, and align our financial institutions with global standards, we will always look like the risk, even when we mean well. Nigeria is rebuilding credibility, but trust is not inherited, it is maintained. The world trades in data and reputation, not emotions.
How you keep your house will determine if I walk in with my shoes or I take off my shoes outside. If you look at, I'm going to move to other platforms, global platforms outside just financial platforms. If you look at every single global platform that operates in Nigeria, they operate in a total different model. If you've used Uber here and used Uber in the UK, you will realize that it's different.
It's a nightmare here.
It's because for you to be able to adapt to the structure of a particular location, you have to be able to understand that terrain and how it works. You can't take your model. You can't take your model that works in a society that is properly structured, that the Google map can take you to the location based on the path. But when you come to Nigeria, Google map might pass somebody's parlor into somebody's compound, and then you just end up in the where am I? Because there is no proper road network. It's the same thing with every other platform. Even Nigerian platforms struggle from the system itself. So
internally.
So it's not discriminatory. They are not intentionally saying, oh, because you're black and because you're African and because you're underdeveloped, we just don't care. Is the system, the structure is what we're working with. We're remodeling our infrastructure to align
for 20 years
with what is here.
And it took them 20 years.
So what I'm trying to say in essence is, if there's a problem, fix the problem internally first. Because if there's a proper structure in place here and there are proper policies in place here, these companies will adapt. Whatever it is that we're experiencing is literally what we are offering.
Pay back those you are owing.
Very important.
The rest is it's not going to go away soon. Uber came here and adapted. I think one of your advocates is there's a local community. What is happening within that community? Does it make your business can you leverage it to maximize profits? If you can't, how do you leverage that? So I frown at a company disappearing from a business environment and 20 years you reappear. And without, it's like you separated with your wife, you just walked away, a husband, and you are back. Let us continue from where we stopped. How? Is that how they do it?
Sometimes. It depends on the capacity.
No, we need to talk. Okay, where have you been?
Does it have to be verbal?
Whatever. Communication is communication.
What happened? The money you took from my purse.
Exactly.
Why did you take it?
I'm lost right now. What are you talking about? Are we still talking about
I think
PayPal?
that PayPal needs to come out and address all the backlog of issues. And then most importantly, pay the people you were, is it owing?
Are they owing?
Or you
They
defrauded?
withheld their money.
So the people you
Are
defrauded,
they evidence to this?
Yeah, they are.
Elsie, you're being nice. So who claimed you defrauded them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's because
That's the
they
right way
have
to say it.
evidence to show that their monies were, their accounts were frozen and they could not withdraw their money. Yet, you still allow them to pay through your platform. I mean, you can't be clever by half. In this instance, you shut down operations, you label those as...
Oh, that's not even where it starts from. They flag so usually they flag the account to say, oh, due diligence. The people they have flagged the account provide all the details, even upload documents, and they still can't withdraw their money.
You understand?
PayPal is a business. The risk has to match the value or even significantly lower. No sentiment, right? If I'm serving you and the amount of money, that I'm earning from you is not up to the amount of regulatory hurdles I have to cross to serve you, I wouldn't serve you too. But now they're back in Nigeria. They have a local partner who will cross the hurdle for them. It makes business sense for them to come back. It is up to you to decide if you want to use them or use other services. But yes, I'm totally aligned on the advocacy regarding the regulatory hurdles and then the inconsistency in our data. It's a nightmare. As far as you operate in the financial services space, you will see these challenges firsthand. And then who do we talk to? We have Paga now. They have a collaborative partner. The question should be, how do we get this money back to the people? Can you provide proof?
Do you think Paga can take that lead?
No, it is PayPal that will take the lead and say, okay, through our collaborative partner. Nigerians don't like taking personal responsibility or taking actions generally. We prefer outrage.
Hey, that's a blanket.
I know.
That's fallacious.
Most Nigerians, let me rephrase that, don't like taking personal responsibility. We find it easier to blame the other party than to say, okay, yes, this is how we contributed to the situation.
If you put your wife on the mat, outsiders will put her on the floor. What?
You just spoke in tongues. What are you saying? Elder.
That's a community for me to.
That is speaking in tongues.
Go on, I'm writing it down.
Yeah. If you put your wife on the mat, outsiders will put her on the floor. So wisdom demands put her
On the pedestal.
Thank you.
On the bed.
So at the end of the day, if they want to drop her at all,
To be on the mat.
End up on the mat.
can our regulators please make life easier for our businesses? Atero Peterside said, when we were growing up and building businesses, regulators made things easier for us. But today, they frustrate every startup business. And you said something that trust is not inherited. That's loaded. From the time of Virgin Nigeria in the early 2000s, we'll be having this problem. Oh, our money is in your bank. Oh, we cannot retrieve our money. Our this, foreign exchange, blah, 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 and all that. Since I can remember 2003, 2004, this is 2026. So is it that we know what we are doing intentionally? Are we offering corruption or we are offering honesty? Which one? And let me say this to you. When you see the leg of a sane man and the leg of a madman, a sane man will not allow you to cut his leg. But the madman will not know when you cut his leg. I'm speaking in Proverbs. Other nations will not take this. But Nigeria, especially our lawmakers, once they are satisfied with their own greed, otito, they don't care what happens to you, the business owners or the investors.
It is also said that if you don't move with the times will move with or without you, really. Everything has a season.